We are Cactus Wrestling. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos.
This weekend is the Senior Nationals, and we have quite the field
Oh yeah.
slotted in 5 qualifiers per weight class for the Olympic trials. And as you can see, we got some big names, big faces set to wrestle. So Flo dropped the pre-seeds, and we're going to go through it and just kind of talk about the names and kind of speculate on this weekend starting at 57 kilos. Now, this is funny because Spencer Lee has qualified already.
It's a power move to be
Yeah,
like,
he
hey,
wants
I'm gonna
he wants
qualify
more.
twice. I mean, it can be kind of smart to keep another guy potentially out.
That's true.
Yeah,
But
but like, what? Why though?
Tactical.
what's funny is weeks ago, after he already qualified, Ben Askren brought up on like Flow Wrestling, they have their podcast. And he's like, I think he's gonna do senior nationals. And they kind of crucified him, like, why would he do that? That doesn't make any sense. And he's like, guys, he hasn't wrestled in like 3 years of freestyle. Like he's gonna want matches. Just to even just knock off Russ and say, hey, I wasn't happy with my performance against Nico Megaludis. What do I have to improve on? Okay, chances are we might see each other again. Let's see if I've improved. And the
Yeah.
Flow guys were like, no, I don't think that's gonna happen. And then, you know, who was right? Oh, multiple time national champion, multiple time Hodge, trophy winner, and multiple time world team member Ben Askren. Crazy how that works.
Yeah, you might know a thing or two about wrestling. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You want to stay crisp, and
Sure.
what better way to do it than against your potential? I mean, for these other guys, assuming that Spencer Lee qualifies, will be in that Olympic trials bracket. So,
Right.
but he's already beaten Nico
Megalodon.
Lewis. He's already beaten Luke Willidall this year. Some of these other names: Daniel DeShazier, Josh Rodriguez, Brandon Courtney, Devin Turner, Liam Cronin, and Kale Nasdio are the pre-seeds. I don't think any of these guys are really going to be title contenders.
You think Courtney knocks off Lil?
No,
No?
not Luke's a really good freestyle wrestler.
I mean,
I
Courtney's
mean,
not bad.
I don't know.
Luke's a three-time world medalist.
These high schoolers, man, like I mean,
Yeah,
they
I
he
just keep
also.
coming and
He,
coming.
I would think Courtney could knock off Lil.
I'm not gonna predict it. Luke just beat Jax Forrest in a good match. He's a
That's a
three-time
high
world
schooler
medalist.
beating a high school.
Okay, but they also are beating Division 1 All Americans.
It's true.
Like
He's a national runner-up, Brandon Courtney, right there.
In folk style. And
in
what is
folk style,
this?
and that was like one time.
Freestyle.
That was one time.
Yeah, and then he also took third.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey,
I'm not giving it to him. I'm gonna say Lilidol. One thing I kind of noticed too, um, Wyoming Seminary has a few guys on here that are going to be wrestling. And I think that's awesome to see some of these high school guys continue to challenge themselves and find new ways to compete. Um, Another side note: a lot of Penn State slash Nittany Lion ROTC guys.
yeah.
I mean ROTC, not ROTC. And then commitments. I mean Luke Lilidol, Josh Rodriguez, Kale Nasdio, three Penn State guys in this one weight. Nico
Well,
Megaludis too was a
yeah, I was
Penn
gonna say
State guy,
Nico Megaludis is a
but he's
Penn
not.
State guy, but he's not in the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club.
That's what I was getting at. We talked about this a little bit off camera. One guy that's missing that I was surprised about from the seeds is a certain Nick Suriano. They had him as like a prediction guy. They had him as a register. I don't know if something happened in training or he's for some reason just not seeded. How the seeds are sometimes with their weird points. But if he's not wrestling, that kind of opens it up a little bit.
Well, there's also future qualifying events,
Yeah,
unless
there are.
Spencer Lee goes to those as well and takes
Just
those
keeps winning.
too.
No one else is allowed to qualify, just him.
Because we had the Pan Ams in 2024 early, so the winner there gets a spot, and then obviously the NCAA championships, which Spencer Lee can't wrestle
Yeah.
at, but
He's gonna
I
sub in
actually
for Jake
what
Ayala.
I don't think any of these guys are currently wrestling anymore.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so
Yeah, Cronin just graduated.
so
How How close do you think it's going to be between Spencer and Nico, assuming they meet in the finals? I mean, they had a pretty
It was
close match last
yeah,
time.
I mean, and Nico's finally healthy,
Yeah,
so
he's a
well,
tough
so
guy to
Spencer.
score on too.
Yes, I mean,
Isn't
I
he
think
like
they're pretty
31 years old?
Yeah, and what's crazy is
somewhere
he's like a
around
part-time wrestler. I think he does insurance. Like his real job. Yeah, I mean,
It's amazing that he's as competitive as he is,
yeah,
considering that.
I think
Maybe
he
I should
wrestles.
put on a singlet, see how well I do.
That's it. Put on, yeah. I think that
If
he.
insurance is what it is, I mean, hey.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
have
yeah.
to confirm
Register.
that, but I think that he's like with an insurance firm or like a law firm, something along those lines, and he wrestles like a few, practices a few days a week. Like he's really
Oh, financial advisor. It's on his
okay.
Twitter
Okay.
bio.
He's ready to take the
He's got a
national.
website, megaludusfinancial.com.
Imagine if he
Oh,
was
he's
training full time.
self-employed.
Oh, he's Northwestern Mutual guy.
Uh,
They
could
hire a
make
lot of athletes.
nice. But if he was training full time, I think it'd be really interesting to see how he'd stack up. But for the short amount of time he's actually training still, it's pretty impressive to see that he was that close with Spencer last time. I'm sure Spencer's going to look to widen the gap though, and part of why he's registered is that he wasn't happy with his performance.
Well, maybe Megaludis wasn't happy with his performances, looking to reverse the result.
I think
I
I
got.
think I think Spencer Lee's gonna widen the gap, and he's gonna. I mean, he might even tag him.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well,
He
so
had a hard time
you're
getting to
both
his turn last
assuming
time.
that Megaludis is going to beat Lil Adal or Courtney.
We
Yeah,
all
I think.
know that
Yeah.
Lilladall's winning the whole thing.
Lil Adal's in the whole thing now. Oh,
Well, I could definitely. I mean, he took what bronze at the Bill Farrell.
yeah, the way
Doesn't
that
matter. He got teched by Spencer Lee.
Yeah,
struck.
this time.
This.
Oh, okay. Mesenbrink.
Well, it's funny. I mean, you only have to take top five, really.
Yeah, so he should qualify.
So, moving down to 65, and this weight has
Oh yeah,
some big names in it.
a lot of big guys here.
Yeah,
Interesting, like
uh,
Andrew Aliris going all in, doing the Olympic red shirt.
Dean Hiles, the 15 seed, when Luke Pletcher's the
I
14.
kind of forgot about. I mean, once Heil they changed the danger point rule, he just wasn't the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was literally the what like he was a two-time national champion.
Yeah,
They changed that, and then he has like 8 losses.
that's it. Never again. I've never seen a single rule. You know, Achilles heel someone so talented.
Yeah.
How many national champions are on this? McKenna never won, right?
No, he didn't. He lost to Yanni and he lost to I don't
Neither
even
did
remember.
Pentalio.
Yeah,
So Aliris national
Yep.
champ, Seth
Kalodzik is.
Gross,
Seth Gross.
Bo Bartlett's a
Kolodzik,
future one.
Kolodzik won?
No,
Didn't he?
No, I
no,
don't think so.
Oh, he was the COVID year. He was seeded one.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
You can count Bo Bartlett for when he wins this season.
Ashnault won.
Ashnault won.
Dean Heil won.
Dean Heil won.
I don't
Luke
think Luke,
Pletcher was also COVID year. He was
yeah.
seeded
Yeah,
for.
he was the one seed.
Yeah.
Kyler Kasak might win this year
What?
with Shane Van Ness out.
What?
I like K-Sac, but I don't think he's going to win 49 this
No.
year.
It's a
No
joke.
way.
It's a joke. Can't you
What?
people tell
Don't
that
you
we're
know
joking sometimes?
we don't make jokes in this channel. Everything we say is 100% serious and everything that we believe fully. Every comment you make that says that, why would you say this? It's because we just believe that. There's no
But you know
jokes
what?
allowed.
There's
Trust
people out there that are like, yeah, like Kasak, he's definitely gonna win this year. What are you talking about?
How about
Absolutely.
I was not
He's one of
impressed
them.
with DeSanto at 65 the other day.
You wait. What?
So DeSanto wrestled the Bill Farrell as well at 65,
Oh,
and
right.
he didn't start off great. He wrestled back pretty well.
Oh, wait.
He might have taken bronze too, actually.
Isn't McGee in this bracket too?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, what's going on with the seeds? Because why, the guys that registered aren't seeded. Guys that are predicted to place aren't seeded. So, we'll only know once we see the actual brackets.
How
But
did Tyler Kasak get the 11 seed? Like, what did he do to earn the 11 seed? Like, how does that?
I think he's a previous world team member. Don't quote me on that.
Okay, but then what about Aiden Valencia?
His
I
brother's really good.
Seeding criteria. How good is your brother?
I worked with an
So
He's
Ian
really
player.
good. Check.
I mean, who do we think is going to top this one? I mean, top five could
Pantelia.
go a million different ways. You think
Um,
Oh,
Pentel?
actually,
no,
maybe
my
not.
money
Maybe
would be
not.
McKenna or Alirez.
Pantelia's going to be a massive 65, isn't he?
He's cutting down from 70, but that
Yeah,
might be
he'll
hurting
be.
him.
Depending on how he weighs in and how he bounces back, he'll be a huge 65 kilo guy
He
because he
better
was
hope
muscular
that
at 70.
Jacob Butler's not in this bracket.
Just appears out of nowhere.
I wouldn't count out Alirez, but McKenna's always been a staple.
That's what I'm saying. McKenna and Alirez are my finals pick for this
Well,
I
what
have
bracket.
about Bo
four.
Bartlett? I mean, he
Well, that's
almost
what I was
beat
going to
Nick
say.
Lee too.
Bo is really good.
Oh.
Joey McKenna is solid. Pantelio is great. Alirez is great. Like four guys that I really think could go any way. I would give the edge to Alirez as far as over Bo because he's actively training freestyle the whole time.
Yeah, that's true. But also, Alirez doesn't even have Bo on the same side of the bracket.
No, yeah. Well,
Alirez
If
has got
we'll see how the
DeSanto.
seating actually
well,
breaks down
true.
and once the brackets are out.
Yeah.
I mean, what's crazy too is we're overlooking Seth Gross, who is actually a world team member.
Oh yeah, he's here.
Yeah, he's the seven, and he's been actually on a world
But
team.
he that was at 61.
And we're saying that Alirez is going to be great because he's coming down from 70.
No, you said Pentalio is coming down from
That's what I
70.
said. Yeah, Pantelia from 70.
Alirez, I think he just is 143. Like he's even 2 pounds.
Yeah, this disrespect for Gross though to have him as the seventh seed behind Austin DeSanto.
I don't think it's that he's going up a weight.
Yeah, but so is DeSanto.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean, this is so for
that's
people who don't know what kilos are. This is 143.3 pounds. So,
yeah.
I mean,
2.205.
DeSanto wrestled 33 all in college and he never won a title. So this is a big jump up front. I mean, it works for some people like David Taylor. He can fill into that body and do great things. But
David Taylor. Yeah.
You think Jaden Ironman's healthy and gonna go on a run?
No. I think look, I think that the Hawkeye Wrestling Club has been struggling at the freestyle level, except for Spencer Lee. I
that's
think
fair.
that
So wait, you're saying is it's going to be DeSanto on Ironman in the semis?
yeah, that seems fair. I think that oof. I I wouldn't be surprised if Seth Gross win it. I think that he's at a disadvantage coming up, but he probably has the best pedigree out of this bracket as far as actual world accomplishments. I mean, he beat
Oh,
Dayton Fix twice.
that's
That's
true.
fair.
He did do
That's
that.
fair.
Dayton, I mean, to be fair though, Dayton Fix also seems like he's fallen off a little bit on the freestyle level. So
My money is on
And
Andrew
the folk
Lewis.
style level.
Andrew Lewis is a dog with a W.
he's got that dog in him.
I mean, yeah, I would. I think it's a toss up between McKenna and Alirez.
I
Drop
hope
a
Bartlett
comment down
wins.
below. Who do you think is going to win this weight? Because this is an exciting weight class,
And
65
and why
kilos.
is it going to be Bo Bartlett?
It's not going to be Bo Bartlett.
Hey,
I
we were
hope.
saying that
Wait,
last time when
Nick
he
Lee's
like
already qualified for the Olympic trials, right? So that's why he doesn't have to wrestle here.
yeah.
And
yeah, and he's
is
not
Yanni
Spencer
as
Lee,
well?
so
Nah, Yanni, I think is too. Yeah,
He is qualified.
I think so.
Okay.
I hope Finalti.
so 74 kilos. By the way, like it's a shame that there's only like what 6 weight classes.
Yeah, there's only a few weights.
Yeah, we need to like petition to bump this up. The weight like difference between these weight classes is too vast. There's too much talent out there. Anyway,
Wait, what? Why is 97 the heaviest weight?
125 is
Oh, okay.
because I
yeah, I
know
just didn't
Kurt's. Yeah,
scroll all the
Oh,
Kurt's
way
you
is.
just
down.
okay. I was gonna say, I was like, what?
Yeah, but 74 kilos. This is a little bit smaller of depth pool. So Quincy Monday, Marinelli, Tyler Berger. Tyler
Joe
Berger.
Seeley?
Billy's a dog.
He got the
Yeah.
5 seed though?
He's a world champion.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Facundo, he's taking that Olympic red shirt. I mean,
Facundo was a world champion, but not this year.
I don't see Facundo beating Berger.
Yeah. Berger seems to struggle against Penn State guys though.
Yeah,
what
but
Zane?
Jason Nolf too.
Okay.
Yeah, but those two guys are
I
like.
don't think that you can put Facundo in the same category as Zane and Nolf, 2 3-timers.
It's
Like,
practically the same person as far as I know.
that's a stretch.
You know what's crazy is that like Joe Seeley's at committed to Penn State, but like when is he ever gonna start?
Probably next season.
In front of who?
Who's going to be 65 next year? Messenberg?
Messenberg or
I think
Facundo?
I think they're going to grow.
Both of them?
I think Facundo is on the outside looking in, and it sucks because he's an incredible recruit,
He'll
an
bump up to
incredible wrestler.
74. He's
Yeah,
tall.
well, they have guys up there too. They have incoming wrestlers from Minisync.
So Sealy's gonna be bench.
PJ Duke, you mean?
No, PJ Duke, but they also have Ryder
Joe Seeley's not going to start for Penn State
Zach Ryder
for
from
3 years.
Minisync.
Zach Ryder.
Zach Ryder from Minisync. I think that look, I think that Penn State has the logjam, but guys are so committed to their freestyle program that they don't care.
No, I get it, but I'm just saying, folk style wise, he's not going to start. I don't see it.
They'll manage it. Kale and Co seem to always find a way to manage like a lot of the big personalities that Penn State gets, and guys are like super okay riding the bench when they can start anywhere else.
Yeah.
Like Michael Beard leaving was like this weird. Like they're like, well, can you believe he left? It's like, well, yeah, he wasn't the starter.
Well, yeah, especially because Dean was a transfer.
Yeah, so that's what again like. Penn State does such a good job managing it that people were surprised that Michael Beard left.
It's weird. I don't get it. I mean, I get it, but I wouldn't do that. But hey, whatever.
Yeah, Penn State's a good
Maybe
academic.
you just have never had a conversation with Kale, and Kale just sweet
They're
talk.
good academic school, best RTC in the nation.
Whispers sweets and nothings in your ear with that bald head of his.
I love his bald head.
Just whispers those sweet nothings. Be like, of course I'll stay for you, Kale.
I don't see Marinelli taking second.
Yeah, not to get sidetracked. I think Quincy Monday is going to win this.
I don't think Marinelli's gonna. Yeah, well,
Didn't Sealy beat Marinelli last, like when they wrestled at the Bill Farrell?
he might have.
I'm pretty sure he beat him. So
You think Josh Shields goes on a tear and upsets LaValle and Marinelli?
oh yeah, that seems like something he would do. I'm gonna say I really, and this is gonna be my bias showing through. I think Tyler Berger is gonna be in the finals wrestling against someone from the Pennsylvania State wrestling.
So not Quincy Monday.
No, I don't. How much do we know is Quincy Monday as a freestyle wrestler?
I mean, wasn't he at the
He
the
took down David Carr.
True, he did take down David Carr, and David Carr won 74 kilo worlds like 3 years ago.
So his offense has
He,
got to
he
be.
almost beat Jason Nolf at the Bill Farrell 7-6.
That's pretty close. Yeah.
Fake news. Jason Off allowed that to happen.
And by the way, Marinelli
allows it.
Marinelli beat Sealy 11-6.
Okay.
And Marinelli beat Berger.
What? I'm
Marinelli
getting
beat Burger?
This changes
Nolf
everything.
Versus Marinelli. Get your facts straight before the people in the comments come for you.
Yeah. Wait, Marinelli. What was the
everything.
score? Marinelli Burger.
5-3.
All right, Marinelli's winning this weight class.
Nah, Burger will beat Marinelli this go
No,
round.
I'm telling you, Quincy Monday all the way.
I think.
Are you saying, Mike? Are you saying a Hawkeye Wrestling Club guy is going to win? Are you?
No, he'll find a way to blow it.
Yeah, no, Marinelli ain't this. Marinelli probably not even going to be in the finals. I think Burger will be in the finals.
Wait, no, what I predict, Marinelli will win this, but when he gets to the actual Olympic trials, it'll be just like Big Tens versus NCAAs. He'll make it to like the quarters and then just not come back.
The bull.
He never got past the quarters. That's true.
It pained me because I liked him, and I was like, man, this is just I can't imagine.
You got a nickname like the Bull?
Yeah. I just can't imagine like being so good and being a 4-time conference champion and then never being
especially because some of those conference championships were over
guys that won the national championship.
Yeah.
Wild.
So
a lot of Penn State guys here.
86 kilos. Mark Hall He's not at Nittany Lion though.
Nope, he's at UPenn.
That's because he coaches at UPenn.
Yeah, he does. My buddy.
Derringer, Morgan McIntosh. I didn't realize he was at Army.
Well, so Morgan McIntosh. I actually was talking to a buddy in the Army the other day about this. Um, what a wild story he has. If you guys are, fans of the military, he graduated, decided not to commission, went in as an enlisted, passed Ranger school. I think he even got his Ranger scroll, so I think he was with the 75th Ranger Regiment. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. I just know that he has his Ranger tab. I don't know if he has the scroll or not. And he deployed, and then they're like, "Oh, like, do you want to wrestle too?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, sure. Like, I'll go back to that." And now he's on the Army WCAP, which is like their wrestling program.
Oh, an afterthought. Oh yeah, I'll wrestle. Yeah, I like
Have you
wrestling.
like imagine like oh, who you gonna go against? Like, oh, this man that's like highly trained combative. And Morgan McIntosh just won the world championship for military worlds in wrestling, like a few weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah, but how deep of a pool is that?
It's not. It's not. I mean, I've coached my own soldiers to take second at military nationals in powerlifting, and they were just like picked it up just for fun.
Well then, highly
It's not.
competitive.
It's not as deep as you would think.
I would love to see Evan Wick have some revenge against Mirasola in this tourney.
Well, they're on opposite sides of the bracket, though.
Yeah, but
In the finals.
In the
well,
final,
I'm not saying that's gonna happen.
I
But
feel
hey,
like Derringer's destined to make the finals and probably lose to someone.
happy to see Max Dean is there.
I don't have much faith in Max Dean.
I
Sorry.
actually, yeah, he's not really like an offensive juggernaut. His
No,
best position was like top as a big guy. But if he gets a takedown, he could probably do pretty well at turning.
Maybe.
So we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see Mirasola wrestle again. Love that these Penn State commits are like continuing to challenge themselves. I
isn't
think that's
Mickey
awesome.
O'Malley still wrestling at Drexel?
He sure is.
Yeah,
Yep.
Nice.
in his like 6th year.
I think Mark Hall is going to probably win this bracket.
You don't
Or
think Marcus
Derringer?
Coleman's going to upset him?
No.
But Marcus Coleman beat Aaron Brooks
One time.
in folk style.
True. You are right. So if you go to the Bill Farrell, I think Jack, you had the results open not that long ago.
Yeah, I got it.
Mark Hall lost his first match. It's on there, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, and then won
So-
like 7.
Yeah, but
You know who he lost to like the reigning world silver medalist.
I don't think he's reigning. I think he was just a silver medalist.
from a few years ago, Conchadze.
Yeah,
And
So-
then he wrestled back, and I think he took third.
Took third. Yeah,
he beat
worked
the
all
guy
way back.
again for
Yeah.
third. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think like Mark Hall can do it. It'll be a little bit tough, but I think he could beat Derringer.
He beat Mirasola 4-1, and then he beat Conchadze 5-4. I don't
Was
Mirasola
know.
stuff
Derringer at
is
the
going on.
Bill Farrell?
Who?
Was Derringer at the Bill Farrell?
No.
Yeah, he was in the finals.
Was he? I have to
Lost to
rewatch that.
Hidley.
Oh yeah, because Hidley beat him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because Hidley had that huge weekend where he was like doing folk style and freestyle.
Yeah.
He lost 2-1 to Hidley.
Yeah, so I think Derringer is going to take second.
Then Mark Hall.
Boo. I think Derringer is freakishly huge. And
I
Yeah.
know, but still, Derringer's destined to take second because he never seems to win any of these events. He always is like in the finals and finishing second. Like Oklahoma State had a bad habit with that. Fix and Derringer.
It's their calling card.
It's the calling card. Yeah.
I think Derringer's going to win this. It's his time. He's
Think to be
due.
Hall?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, he could, but will he?
Yeah, he got
It's
it.
kind of crazy to see how big Evan Wick has gotten.
He's probably not that big.
Yeah.
Like he didn't do that good to Bill Farrell.
Well, he got pinned by Mirasola. He was winning.
Yeah, that's like me in a lot of matches. I was winning and I got pinned too.
Yeah, that's like that. We coached that one guy, Matt Gonzalez. He was.
Oh yeah,
He got
Pinned with
pinned
a
by the
tilt.
JV kid. Then he pinned the varsity guy. So
I reference Matt all the time at practice because he used to coach with me, and
nice.
we'd be like, "Coach, can you pin like at youth level? It's like, can you pin someone with a tilt?" And I was like, "Only if they're a bad wrestler." And then I would turn to Matt and be like, "Or Matt that one time."
Yeah, that one time.
where he was just like, "Oh, I meant to roll through," and I just like stopped midway, and I was like, "Yep." And then you got pinned in a huge duel that we needed you to win.
It
Wah,
happens.
wah, 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 boom.
All right, 97.
Hey, how about Lou Dupre? Love to see it.
How about
Yeah,
Tony
Bearcat Wrestling Club, first ever guy to do anything.
How about Tony Cassiope making 97 kilo?
Yeah, he must have shed off so much weight.
It was
I have
the
a,
it was all that stress that he was
Yeah.
dealing with.
I have a theory that he knew he was going to get banned, like suspended indefinitely for a while, and was working his way down to 97 kilos for World Team Trials.
Hmm.
Just a theory, but you know,
Because
who
this is
knows?
what, like 205
212, I believe.
or 212? Yeah, yeah.
And he was a pretty lean, like 240, 250, I think they said he was at Nationals.
Yeah, so he's got to be like looking probably like Hercules here.
Yeah. I mean, he was also a U23 world champion. You know, he's a pretty good freestyle guy too.
Yeah, I'm,
Mm.
I'm looking at this list. I mean, we saw Jay Ayala was at Bill Farrell. He made the semis.
I mean, Nate Jackson,
Cole Mirasola made the quarters.
Those Mirasola boys, those Penn
Nate
State kids know
Jackson's
what's up.
so hit or miss. Like he could win this bracket, but then again, he could also like not even make the finals.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I really think this is actually a pretty top heavy bracket between Colin Moore and Nate Jackson, though.
Yeah.
And Luke Dupre.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would
I
say,
kind
and
of
of
wish
course,
that
Pro.
Cassiope and Warner were slated to run into each other,
I mean, they could in the consies, maybe. Who knows?
former
But yeah,
teammates.
yeah, this is really a three-way race. I would agree with Jack. I mean, Colin Moore, Nate Jackson, and Lou Prez.
And Colin Moore and Luda Perez is going to be early.
Yeah, so whoever wins that is going to win the whole tournament. I'm surprised.
I, I
Ray almost beat Max Dean at NCAAs.
I love I watched Lou Dupre's interview and he's just like, I think the US is the greatest country on earth and I love living here.
That
Hell
was
yeah,
That was his interview and he was like, I would love to represent Team USA. I was like, yeah. Yeah, Lou. Let's
you
do
hell
it.
go,
yeah,
Lou.
man. I feel you, Lou. I'm surprised Jaden Cox isn't entered.
Jaden, I feel like he never.
He can't make weight anymore.
He can't. Well, he was injured too the other time. I mean, like, what the heck,
Yeah,
dude?
that's right. The crutches to the scale, and
Like,
then
I feel like if I was him, this would be the tournament I enter and be like, hey, like, I could just take like fifth.
Yeah, but he's still got the pan. I mean, he's still got opportunities.
Yeah, but like, why wait?
who would do that? Like, I could take first, but I'll just take fifth. You
A
know.
guy that hasn't wrestled 97 kilos in years, like
What do you
ever
mean?
actually.
Like we see guys they dip out once they're
They're all from Arizona State though. It's like, oh, I already placed. Cool, I'm done for the day. Medically forfeit me out of the tournament.
Bird.
Um,
yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I don't know if any of these guys are at the level to represent Team USA at the
I
Olympics.
think
Schultz,
Colin
Dudley.
Moore would be the closest match potentially, but he kind of got beat up by Zahid when they wrestled.
Oh yeah, he did.
And I was like, I remember watching that and be like,
That was
oh,
also at 92.
yeah. And I was like, oh, Colin Moore's got this. Like, Zahid Valencia is good, but like Colin Moore is, a step above. And then I was like, oh, those Ohio RTC guys are just, I see why Kyle Snyder left.
Oof.
Oof. Big oof.
Especially after losing to Pittsburgh.
So you don't think Cole
Yeah.
Mirasola's on a bracket busting journey?
I just want to see him do well for the time he gets to Penn State. I think he'll replace Kirk in, next, 2 years.
Really?
Well, Kirk has this year plus next year. I think
You
Cole's
don't
going
think
to.
there's another hidden Kassar on the bench right now?
They have a guy from New Jersey, but he wrestled
No, they
the
only
other
have one other
day.
guy.
Yeah, and he
Roster.
didn't do great. For those of you guys that saw the Penn State duel, like he won the match. That's awesome. He was pinned by Hofstra, which is
Kluver, Keaton Kluver.
yeah, like not the best look. I know he's an undersized guy too. He wrestled 220 as a senior. Um, but I don't think he even won states as a senior, which is like not the typical Penn State recruit.
Well, speaking of Kirk, he's
Yeah,
registered.
there he is.
I guess we can cool it with the Penn State bashing because it seems like they have their whole roster
I
signed
don't
up.
see Aaron Brooks.
Well, no Aaron Brooks, no
Or
Sturridge,
Carter.
I guess,
Yeah.
but
Soft. No. Um, I think Kirk is actually on a really hot streak right now as far as like his wrestling. I wouldn't be surprised to see him win this. But Bradley, man, Don Bradley is a journeyman.
Well, yeah, I know. He's in every event all the
Yeah,
time. All
I
he
was like,
does is compete. He always seems to make the semis or the finals. He's he's like, you have to beat Don Bradley if you want to make the team. Like
yeah.
it's just a rite of passage.
If
Tom
you,
Bradley is 34 now.
he is the gatekeeper of USA wrestling at 125 kilo.
Yeah. He never actually has the spot, but you have to beat him to
Have
get it.
it's a prerequisite. He's like
Yeah.
Junior
he like
world champ, three-time US Open champ, three-time Pan Am champ, two-time NCAA All-American, husband, father, Mizzou alum, Masters of Education, and Mizzou wrestling assistant coach.
he's a guy. He's a great guy. I mean, but he's just
Does Mizzou have a
yeah.
team? Not a team, RTC?
RTC. I assume they have to because like,
Then why would he be with Sunkissed Kids?
well, he's like
He's their
likes
assistant
Arizona. Yeah, he
coach.
just likes Arizona better. Like really sunny state.
It's so close to Missouri. It's like just like a walk down the street.
Hop, skip, and a jump. How about you know what? I'm surprised that Air Force has a wrestler here, but it's not Wyatt Hendrickson.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, why am I maybe
He might be
Wyatt's
hurt.
hurt?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
could be hurt. Um, how do you guys think? Oh, I was like,
Yeah, it's
I was
pretty.
looking at Trent Hilger and Gary Traub, and I was like, yeah, they've been successful, but
Eh.
I don't think that they're at the level of freestyle wise as some of the other guys on the brand.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Bradley or Kirkfleet.
Yeah, I can see Kirk winning. I'd like to see him win. I think that Penn State has been pretty open about like we're really big on the Olympics this year, and that's our main goal, and that's why our schedule is light, and that's why we're taking duels off and whatnot.
Mm.
I
So
just
I hope that if they're doing that, they're actually going to follow through and actually have some big results.
I just love how there's always the potential for Gable Steveson to enter in one of these things and just steal a gold from anyone.
That's what he did. That is friggin' jerk. Did it for the world team trials, and he's like, oh yeah, no, I'm actually not going to wrestle though.
Yeah.
He's like, I
Who
just
does
did
that?
that.
I could
Just
be the
insane.
world team member, but meh.
He's like, I want
Yes.
you all to, yeah, like he beat, Tech Mason Paris. Mason Paris takes third, and he's like, I could have done, like, remember this.
Remember this. He took third. I beat him.
Yeah. I mean, he probably would have won Worlds this year, but for whatever reason, he didn't do it.
Well, he's never beaten the guy that won it.
That is true. Yeah, he didn't beat Zari.
Yeah, he's never beat him.
What a weird way to. I don't know if like you guys remember the match, but like he won. Like I think he teched off of pushouts.
Hmm.
Like what a weird way
Classic, classic
to win.
WWE move right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, that is our senior national
I
preview.
mean, yeah, 160 or not 165, 65 kilograms, definitely the
Yeah,
bracket to
this is the
watch the
one
most.
to look out for.
Yeah, deep bracket.
Very deep.
That's
Drop
gonna
a
be
comment down below
fun.
who you excited to see compete, and what predictions that do you have for the event. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Some potential upsets or whatever it may be. Drop it in the comments down below, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. We are Cactus Wrestling, and we'll see you next time on our next video.